Howdy guys, Bookie Laura here. Today I'm bringing you a sort of book haul. I say sort of because some of these books are not brand new to me, but it's a haul of books which I'm going to donate to my class at school. So it's a combination of books which I have read, that I've bought and read and I'm now ready to donate to them, and then also some books which I've picked up in charity shops. As a primary school teacher, I'm always really keen to encourage reading, and I'm trying desperately to improve the quality of books that we have in the classroom and make sure there are lots of different things. So some of these are things that I think are really quality. In fact, they're all things I think are quality, but some are specifically designed to appeal, whereas others are more aimed at the fact that actually I love them and I know they're fantastic. So I'm just going to go through these in no particular order. So the first one I've got, which has a price sticker on the front, is the Minecraft Construction Handbook. Now, I know that a lot of kids in my class are quite fans of Minecraft. They're certainly fans of gaming, and I just thought at any opportunity really to have Minecraft books, they're always going to be popular. And it's a non-fiction, and I think again that appeals to children. Not everybody wants to read fiction, some want to read a non-fiction, so I think that'll be cool. Then I've got The Bad Guys, episode 1 and 2 by Aaron Blabey. This is a book that a boy in my class read recently. He lent it to me and he absolutely loved it. It's kind of graphic novel style. He absolutely loved it, thought it was really funny, and when I saw it in the charity shop I just thought, well, if he loved it, more of them can love it. So we've got a copy of that. Then I've got a copy of Holes by Louis Sachar, whatever. This is a fantastic book. Loads of people know it. It basically tells the story of a kid who is sent to a kind of detention centre for crimes, and then what they do there is they dig a hole, and then every day they have to dig a hole, and it's basically the story of why they're digging the hole, and also a story of friendship and camaraderie. I think that's a real word. I've read it. It's fab. I've read it to my class, and I thought actually having a copy of it in class will mean a lot more children get to experience it. Then we've got Artemis, Fowl by Eoin Colfer. This is the first book. It's not a fantastic copy because I did buy it secondhand, and it is, you know, it's got that yellowing pages and what have you, but having just read Artemis Fowl, I'm quite keen to share this with them. I think that it's a really good sort of intro to sort of fantasy books, and it's got a lot of elements of it that remind me of Alex Rider, and I think that a lot of the children I teach I know loved Alex Rider, and this is along a similar vein but with some more magical elements, so I really think that it will appeal to them. Then I've also got a copy of Wundersmith, The Calling of Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. I could rave about this book all day long. I absolutely love it. The only downside of this is that I donated my copy of Nevermore to my class and I do not know where it is. Somebody's borrowed it and lost it, or borrowed it and I just don't know. But some of them I've read Nevermore. There is a girl I'm particularly thinking is going to love this, so I think I'll put it on the bookshelf, but I don't know. Do you think it would still be okay to read if you hadn't read the first in the series? I'm not sure. But it's going in there because it's fab. Then next up I've got The House with Chicken Legs, which I read recently and absolutely adored. This is by Sophie Anderson, and I like it because it's kind of magical but also quite dark, and I think that appeals to lots of children. That it tells the story of a girl who is basically, her and her grandmother are in charge of helping souls move on when they've died, and the house has chicken legs. If that doesn't make you want to read it, I don't know what will. Then we've got a copy of Kick by Mitch Johnson. This is a brand new copy of the book because basically I bought a book off Amazon and I needed free delivery, so I bought this to bump it up a bit. I'm just that kind of girl. It's by, I said it was by Mitch Johnson, I don't know, but it's basically a story of a boy who lives in a kind of slum, I think. I'm not exactly sure where it's set. Oh, I want to say Indonesia. But anyway, it's a boy who's obsessed with football, brought up in the slums, and long story short, he gets mixed up in some gang activity. I think the football element will be really good in encouraging people to pick it up. I did read this with my class last summer, but we weren't able to get to the end before the summer holidays, so I want to know how it ends, and I'm sure some of them will as well, but I think it's a good adventure story, but with a football to make people want to read it. Speaking of football, I also picked up this book, Football Shorts, by somebody, edited by Tom Watt, because it's basically a collection. It's not just one story. How does it describe it? It doesn't. But I kind of felt like football is always a winner, particularly for a lot of reluctant readers. And also that Football Shorts, it is shorter elements. So there are some letters, short stories. I think there might even be some poems in it. Yeah, there are. So I just thought that's something people can dip in and out of, which might be quite appealing as well. I also like the fact that when I looked through, it actually had authors that I'd heard of. So not just a load of rubbish. Then we've also got The Children of Green Know, which is by Lucy M. Boston. I don't know a fantastic amount about this, but I used it recently. I think it was the opening chapter. Nope, it was not the opening chapter. It was an extract from it in a lesson that I was teaching, and it was so well written that I just thought, oh, when I saw it in the bookshop, I thought, do you know what? We've studied this, and that alone is going to make some people want to pick it up. And it was so beautifully written that I'm tempted to pick it up myself. And I hadn't realised it's quite short too. So, Children of Green Know. And then last but not least, The Demon Headmaster by Gillian Cross. This is a story that was read to me when I was in school. I remember it. I think I get the feeling like it was read to me lots of times, but I don't know whether that's true. I did move school a lot, so it could have easily happened. But it's basically a classic story of basically, you know, your head teacher as a baddie. And I think he was hypnotising everybody. And yeah, it's this unravelling the mystery of that. And I think it's just a classic. I think all kids love the idea that actually the teachers are baddies. It's a nice short story and it's a good old mystery. So I'm hoping that they're going to enjoy that as well. I'm not going to haul them all up because there's millions of them, but that's a book haul a book haul? I'm not sure if that's the right word, but of books that I'm going to be donating to my class. I'm going to take them in next week following the Easter holiday, and I'm hoping that there's going to be some enthusiasm. I think it's always good to have new books and drum up some enthusiasm. So, yeah, I will continue to do this. I really liked it, actually. The majority of those books were costing me like 50p at the most. I think charity shops, is a really good way of picking up books, and children's books particularly, because children are just mad and go through books like nobody's business. If there's any books you think I should definitely watch out for the children in my class, then let me know. And if you've read any of them and highly recommend them, let me know that too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.